Oh, hi. I'm Rhino, and this is a Lowlife podcast. With me, as always, my fucking hunk of a co-host, Eldano, the Big Hurt.
What's up, dudes?
Oi, oi.
Happy Friday.
That hurt he been
Oi,
putting on that
oi.
pussy.
Oh,
And
God.
this is a big show. We are joined with one of our celebrity judges for the Idle Hand show, John Moorehead of Long Schlong Chopper Co. What's up, John?
Hi. Hardly a celeb.
I love it. I always say celebrity judges because it's so anti-chopper to do that.
I was going to say, it makes me very uncomfortable.
I know. That's why I do it.
Good.
The only reason I say celebrity judges is to make you, Truth, and the Easy Co guys super uncomfortable. But we're fucking stoked to have you on. John, we have a lot of new listeners and a lot of new people from the Idle Hands competition that might not know you. Maybe they didn't go in the back catalog and look up who John Moorehead was. Maybe they didn't listen to all our back episodes already when they found out this fucking podcast is the shit. Tell us a little bit about yourself again and where you're located, what you're doing.
I live in Berks County, Pennsylvania, and got into chopper. Like, I found out about the Lowlife podcast probably like episode 3 or 4, and then started listening regularly, and then really, I guess, got tight with everyone during like Greasy Dozen when Loctite and I were on the same year. But that was the COVID year when they canceled it. And then, just kept in touch ever since.
No shit. Yeah, I forgot you were in the Greasy Dozen with Loctite that year. Is that when you did the long boy there, the Ironhead?
Yeah, the yellow bike. Yep.
Yeah. No shit. So you came on early. You're an old OG listener.
I like to think. I always we're all like the same graduating class, I like to think.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, there was definitely like, a graduate. There's like different tiers, like when I say like OG, I think like, obviously like all the big names, like the huge names. But then there was another tier after that in like the early aughts that emerged. And then there was nothing but a whisper until the Low Life podcast came along and it spurred this whole new class.
Like for us, it's like I only know people through their Instagram names. Like, I think when I met Rhino and Fish Tank at Cheap Thrills, it was just because I recognized Fish Tank, but I didn't know his name. I
remember
same.
that. Dude, that Cheap Thrills was so cool.
Dude, it was such a blur, man.
Yeah, that's why I loved the location. Like, I don't know why they would ever consider doing it anywhere else. And if any, maybe they don't. Maybe the spot that we went to, we blew it up, and they were like, "You guys are not welcome back." But like, dude, choppers by the pool in this like little shitty motel, like it was so fucking cool, dude. There was just like bikes lined up outside of, like, it was like a horseshoe shape, and there's just bikes fucking everywhere, in vans too. There's good vans. That was a fucking blast, dude. And I haven't spent a lot of time in Jersey, but it was pretty nice there from what I saw.
That's
it was Great
not
White
bad.
Buffalo show. I fucking missed that one, and that's the one that got away. I fucking think about that show all the time, how I didn't go that year, and it never happened again. I'm so pissed.
Yeah, that was like lightning in a bottle. I don't know how they got it done, but I understand why they can't do it again. They pretty much rented out like the whole town, or at least we took over the town.
It's on like a little island, right? It was like, I remember I was drinking a few road beers. I was like, "Hey, Fish, you take over driving." And then we went over it. It's like I don't know if it's an island or something. We went over a big bridge.
Yeah, I want to say it is like or at least like a peninsula.
Yeah, one of the two.
It's surrounded by water. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a good time there. And that was the first time I met you in person. It was great. I showed up with you recognized Fish, and you were at the bar, and you were like, "Let me buy you guys a drink," and I was like, "John's my kind of guy."
Dude, I remember feeling like such an old man because that band was so fucking loud. It was
Yeah,
like
dude.
I was like, I just
Same,
want to
bro.
talk to my friends. I can't even fucking hear.
Bro,
Oh,
I fucking hate live music like that. Like when I'm at a bar, I like to drink and talk. You know what I mean? So like
Yep.
having a band there, it annoys the absolute shit out of me. I feel like I've always been that way though. You know, like if you're going to a concert, that's one thing. You're going to listen to the music. But if you're at a bar and there's some dude like just screaming on acoustic in the corner or something, you're like, shut the fuck up. I can't even socialize here. It's not a club, dude. I'm not going to be dancing.
It was that, and then there was people playing pool, getting all pissed off that people were bumping into them because they didn't have their like 12 feet,
Yeah.
and it was a nightmare to try to get anything done.
Yeah, dude, if you're a bar, by the way, you two separate things. You can be a bar or a pool hall. You can't be both. Um, you can have a pool table like in a back room if you have the space where they can play pool and whatever. But if you're a fully packed bar or whatever, shuffleboard is the way, man. Stick it up against the wall. There's no long queues, and it's way more fun than pool.
mm.
You
I
ever
agree with
been?
that.
You ever been
Yeah.
shuffleboarding?
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
It's the shit, dude.
It is really fun. Yeah, I like
I want to
pool,
get a
but
table here, but they're like 35 feet long.
I was gonna say
yeah,
they're long as shit.
Yeah, I don't know where I'd put it, but yeah, dude. Um, so yeah, talk a little bit about that long bike because that one was that your first building competition? Was the Greasy Dozen?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It was like I got that bike off a marketplace. I bought a Goldwing trike off a buddy, sold that, like knowing it was a flip bike, and I just like messaged the shit out of anyone on marketplace that had a Harley for like 3 grand or less, and I just offered everyone $1,500, and like it was probably a month
Just
and a
like
half of
that.
that. Yeah, dude. I just copy and paste. Like, I mean, no disrespect. I got $1,500. I'll come get it tomorrow. And this guy bid on it, and it was actually like a killer starting point when I got it. It was, I'm trying to think. It was already hardtailed, but it had like it had a Springer that was eh, but he had like a bunch of weird parts with it, like not the style of the bike I was going for at all, but it was just all like currency. I took it to this local guy, Jebby, and just traded everything slowly into what I wanted. And then it came with like invader wheels. So I traded those for that front end, I think. I think that's how that came about. And then that front end is what set the tone.
mm.
Because then I had to rake it and all that. But yeah, that thing was, and I got that bike and started it. And then in the meantime, um, another guy local to here, Deviate Sport, Dan Vendito, he's at every chopper event taking pictures.
Incredible.
Yeah, real known, well known photographer, works like shoots for Lowbrow and Dice and all that. He reached out about redoing his Sportster, so like that put mine on hold, but I also didn't have money, so it worked out. And then I built him a Sportster that turned out pretty sweet. It was an Evo Sporty, and then the deal for that, like I don't know, I was just starting out, and I was like, if I can just keep the takeoff parts, I'll do it for free, just to get my name out there. And then so then I hustled those parts into more parts, and then once that was done, is I think right around when Greasy Dozen rolled around, and it just kind of snowballed from there. Like went straight from that, and then the Greasy Dozen never happened, and that was a bummer. But I'm trying to think of how it all played out. Like I didn't start Bubba's bike until maybe another year after the yellow one was done. So it was just like nonstop choppers for like 4 years straight, to the point where
Mhm.
my wife was like, "You're like, is this really
Your
all you
chopper.
think about?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
it
still
was.
have the long bike there?
No, I fucking sold it.
Yeah.
Sold it probably 2 years ago to a guy from like South Carolina or something, North Carolina, but it was an old guy who has like a collection of bikes. So I at least felt good about it not getting like parted out.
Hmm.
So I think it's still in one piece, but I've never seen it since it left, as far as
Yeah.
like a picture or anywhere. So who
What do
knows?
you do
I
with a
he did
collection
say,
of bikes? Like, is he riding them, or is he just an old guy who likes to look at them?
I think he's riding it. I think he had
Yeah.
like it seemed like he had like one of like every kind of bike. Like I think he had some like survivors, and then he had like a fat tire chopper he might have had built back in the day, and then he had some Japanese stuff and some uh just like a collection. I don't know. Think he said he was going to use it for just local bar hopping, and I was like, okay, but he was kind of old and it's kick only. I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, that thing's I mean, it has a long front end on it. It gets a little squirrely in those turns, especially if you're bar hopping, dude.
I don't know, man, because when I was doing that, I was so hell bent on making it like manageable, and I made those rockers and like adjust like I did all the math that you're supposed to with rake and trail and stuff, and the thing rode awesome, dude. There was no flop,
Really?
like no unexpected like movements out of it. It was like riding on rails once you were going, but even like turning in a parking lot, it wasn't unmanageable.
No shit. How long was it? How long was the front end on that? I remember it had fucking legs from here to Yaya, like in my
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah,
I
the
haven't seen it in a
mile.
long time though.
It was 25 over. Like that was the only marking on the front end was 25. And from doing math on stock front ends, it made sense that it was 25 over.
No
So
shit.
I know from like, I think I want to say it was 9 feet from like tire to tire,
Holy shit.
That's
something like that.
long,
But yeah,
boy.
it was fun, dude. It was so much fun. I do miss it, but it's an iron head. I don't know. I have trouble. Like, I always say, like, I don't, like, I fall in love with them, but they're all a means to like the next one. And then
Hmm.
I sold that and spent all the fucking money on the house. So,
Yeah, yeah. I've never sold a bike to finance another bike. It's always to finance a project on a fucking house or to pay a bill or some shit.
yeah. Yeah.
Not fun stuff.
Yeah. I listed it with like the best intentions of like, I'll just buy a motor and that'll start the next build. And then the money just flew away.
Yeah,
I
you
bought like stupid expensive shit for my lowrider S, which was dumb as hell, but
Mm.
you you had a pretty big house project though. I remember seeing you moved are you still there or did you move again?
yeah. No, but we live here now. So we lived down the street when it was under construction, but yeah, I like it was a really wild turn of events where my parents bought this property because it had a pole barn on it and it was right down the street from their house. And then they were just gonna kind of leave the house alone or knock it over or something. And me and my wife were like, I mean, this is kind of cool. So then we started this year-long house adventure that it turned into a lot more than we expected, but it's cool as shit now. Like I have I'll never have to move again. That's what I keep telling myself. It's
Dude,
got
yeah.
four four
You did some
acres.
heavy construction and with the porch and all that shit.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a
Yeah,
unique
and that
looking
was
house. Explain it a little bit for people that haven't seen the pictures.
so I don't know. It was a meth den. It wa- it was in this family for like 100+ years, and then it came down to the last owner was a tweaker for like the past like 5 years, and he sold off all these other houses and properties, and like the property kept shrinking and shrinking to what the house was, but like the house was fucked beyond belief. Like when we got our hands on it, there was they took the kitchen with them, they took the stairs with them, like they took crazy stuff with
Fuck.
that you would not expect, and then it was everything was half-assed, and there's like additions on additions on additions. So when we got our hands on it, we ended up having to like literally repitch all the roofs. So we took the entire roof off. Like we kept some of the walls, but we should have just knocked it over. It ended up being like we had to rebuild like different areas from scratch, and very little was left stock, as you could say. But it was it was wild.
No shit.
I don't know how to like it. Yeah, it was just this shitty house that was just had layers on layers on layers, like exterior wise, that just kept like instead of like redoing the siding, they would just put stone on it or something.
Mm.
And so we just like peeled all of that away and then built new wall. We put vaulted ceilings everywhere we could, and but yeah, it's a brand new house. It's got new electric, new plumbing, new roof, new siding, new floors, new
Yeah.
everything.
Damn.
What about the
And
shop?
then
Where are you now? Is that shop part of the house?
yeah, so that's this we left until we moved in, and then it's like a 2 bay garage underneath the deck that I did last year. So when during construction, we knew like above this was perfect for a deck, so we redid the roof and built it to accept a deck at a later date. And then yeah, in the garage, I just hung metal on the ceilings, insulated, and then um tried to hide all like the ugliness, but it's still fucked. The floor pitches like a foot probably from end to end. Like there's it's super out of square. I had to build the deck above it like a foot and a half out of square
Mm.
on purpose. Like you have to, it's just the way the way it is around here. But
No shit. Where'd you
yeah,
get that?
that's kind of what.
Is that metal that you hung on the roof? Is that found? Did you like find
Yeah,
like
I
that's
just found it
okay?
on
I like that.
Marketplace.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like an old barn roof, but
Yep.
it was like the cheapest way to cover the ugliness.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got some barn doors type of shit over there.
Yup, I built those because
Sick.
all these openings were like shit, and I didn't want a garage door to like limit the headspace, so I built those, and then yeah, wrapped all the that wall and this wall in metal, and then yeah,
Looks good, man.
Yeah.
yeah, I was pretty pleased with it for what it was before. I mean, there was animals living in here and stuff. It was bad.
Is it insulated at all, or how is it during the winter?
It's not bad. I have a mini split. That's the one. That's the beauty of building the house is I I have 8 mini splits here.
Bro, which one did
Yeah.
you go with?
They're all Fujitsu.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I got a couple buddies that do HVAC, and the one of them, we just went to the one where like, look, order 8 of these. I'm going to install them, and then you come make them work.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. But
I did a mini split in here. It's right behind me. It's upstairs. So my garage is downstairs, studio is upstairs, but AC, dude, if I put it on, all the cold air just drops down and it takes all the humidity out of the garage and cools the garage too. And then same thing in the wintertime, it'll fucking heat up here, obviously, but then heats the garage. And I have a pellet stove to supplement the heat. But
oof, yeah.
uh dude, the mini splits, they're kind of expensive, but it gets you in all the season. If you're in the Northeast, dude, it
Yeah.
gets you through all the seasons because nobody
That's
wants
I've
to work when
never
it's
had
fucking
a
cold, and nobody wants to work when it's fucking too hot.
Mm.
I've never had like a climate controlled garage until this, and I've done the least amount of work in here, but yeah, I've always had just like propane heaters and
Yeah.
less than ideal setups,
It
but
keeps all
this
your
is
shit
pretty
in
nice.
way better condition, dude. Like all the bikes are way better because they don't go like you don't get like moisture from a fucking propane
Yeah,
heater, and you don't get like if you keep it nice and dry and like during the summertime the AC does help, but it's kind of like yeah, it keeps your parts nicer. Like if you just have shit
yeah,
laying around, and then
and
also
your
Sure.
shit's not freezing. Like
yeah. Yeah, because you can.
I used to,
They
like I
usually have
feel,
like some Wi-Fi shit where you're just in the house and you can pop it on and it'll heat it up or cool it down before you get out there.
Yep.
yeah, yeah, and this garage is like three. Well, I guess half of it's underground, so in the summer, I honestly like barely need it. It stays pretty nice down here.
Oh no shit. Okay. Oh yeah,
That's
because you're
awesome.
like built into a hill. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I got the
but it does also
Mr.
take on a
Cool,
ton of
dude.
water.
Mr. Cool mini split.
Mm.
You don't need an HVAC guy. It's all contained. So I just put it up myself. $1,500.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'm a strong proponent for mini or Mr. Cool, but my neighbor's an HVAC guy and he fucking hates him.
Oh, dude. If I was an HVAC guy, I'd probably hate it too. I don't think this
Yeah,
thing's gonna
just because
last
it's
very
put him
long.
out of business.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just put that on the old fucking credit card years ago,
Yep.
and I had to because I work up here too. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to charge anything. It's just like you just unroll the shit. I think I did it in a day. It wasn't very hard.
It's insane that like they are as easy to do. But yeah, if I were an HVAC guy, I'd be freaking out too because it's showing everyone how much you're ripping them off.
Mm.
Dude, for real. Like, come on. Like, even if, I bet with YouTube, I could probably do like a professional mini split thing and charge it and all that shit without getting frostbite. You know?
Mm.
Yep. Yeah, that's what when I installed these, I actually ended up firing them all up just on the phone with my buddy using his stuff. But I was like, all right, these numbers are saying this. He's like, all right, I guess that's good. I was like, okay. It's been working ever since. So
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah, dude. Mr. Cool. It's the fucking solution those fat cats down on Wall Street don't want you to know about, you know? You can do all this shit.
I
You can
got
do everything. Harley doesn't want you to know that you can make your own cooler bike by yourself,
mm.
and the HVAC guys don't want you to know. By the way, I don't do anything. I don't farm out any work. Like I've done boilers, I do electricity, I do fucking plumbing. You can do it all, you know? And really the thing is if you work on fucking bikes or cars or whatever the fuck, you can do everything is really easy. They don't like change the technology a lot, dude. Like if you want to wire your house, it's the same fucking codes that they've been using for the last 75 fucking years, you know? There's a
Mm.
way to do something and thank God for YouTube because you
yeah,
can do it too. And you don't have to pay a fucking electrician $100 an hour.
you can quite literally do anything off of YouTube.
Yeah.
That's what I tell my kid.
Yeah. My house isn't burned down yet, you know. I did all I hired the electrician once when I first moved here and he was getting $85 an hour, dude. And he was an old retired guy. And he gave me the bill, and I go, I will never pay an electrician ever again.
Mm.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? He didn't even like clean up after himself. Like, fuck
They
yeah.
that,
don't.
dude. I
I'm a
can't imagine
contractor,
these
and
people going to Harley Davidson for oil changes. Like, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
yeah, yeah. I have trouble paying anyone to do anything. I'll just do it myself, or I won't do it, and it'll just haunt me until I do.
Yeah.
But
Deal with it. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, just deal with it. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So you had you did the greasy. We have a real lack of bike build offs nowadays,
Mm.
right? And
yeah,
I thought
man.
the greasy dozen was awesome. How many years did that go on?
There that I think the one I was on, it was the last one, but it was like I want to say like 8 or 10 maybe.
Oh
Mm.
shit,
'Cause
yeah.
I know CT Newman was in one of like the first one or something, and yeah, like I thought that was one of the coolest fucking events ever dreamed up, and then it just disappeared. But that same around that same time is when the owner of Old Bike Barn, Bear, he started that motorcycle Sherpa company
Oh
that
yeah, yeah.
those like trips overseas and stuff. So I think that like things just got too busy over there, and COVID like
COVID
made
totally
everyone.
decimated a lot of the cool shit that was going on. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just couldn't congregate and all that. But
Yeah.
Greasy Dozen was cool because it was like that's what I loved about bike shows. Like, okay, relative unknown. You show us what you got, and then you have like a platform to show it and shit, you know. And like you said, like CT Newman, you know, he's made a career out of it. You know, he's doing
Yeah.
his own thing. He has his own company and stuff, and it's from things like this. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and there's really nothing like it anymore. And really, like me and Dan, we went to the fucking party at the Penn show, and we're like, yeah, this is cool, you know. But we're the build offs, dude. There's no there. There's only People's Champ now, you know.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't know. Everyone's got their opinions on People's Champ too, but it's I don't know. I don't know what to think about People's Champ anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that show is so huge now. You know, like it's traded hands. You know, like it started off, you know, show class, and then
Yeah.
Biltwell picked it back up, and then it's fucking a mega show. You know, like you have fucking Brad Pitt going there and looking at shows. But like, you know, what was we need more, definitely more like build off shows. Competition is great, and it's a great motivator. You know, because choppers are super expensive. You know, it's super hard, and guys like us, we kind of need something to commit to. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you need to have like a date, like whether it's a, you know, like, oh, we're going to the La Spota show. I want to get it fixed. I want to get it like done for that to show it. You know,
Mhm.
and that's what build offs are for, is a motivator. You know,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
it's
And if
not a
and just like following along with people, like like that was my favorite part of Greasy Dozen, was just seeing like somewhat regular updates like of everyone that was in it, was just like eager to show what they were doing.
yeah.
Like
And you
I
get
know for
invested.
myself, I
Yeah,
was
you end
blown
up.
away by what just the stuff that was like, I don't know. I would not have money for a part, but I'd have the metal to make the part, and then I'd just kind of wing it, and I'd be like, "Holy shit, this is actually going to work."
Mhm.
And like those are the things that made me keep going on all that stuff versus just like flipping through Instagram, seeing finished bikes. Like you have no idea what it takes to get there.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's about that's the thing that, like, you know, Idle Hand Show, make no mistake, a direct it's directly a response to exactly what we're talking about here. Is like, it takes a lot to build a chopper. Like, I know motherfuckers that have lost digits, you know? Like, you cut and burn yourself. You fucking are sitting in your garage talking about what a piece of shit you are, you know? Like, you time away from the family and money that you should be spending on other shit. It's a huge fucking commitment. And the payoff is so great, though. Like, when you finally fire that motherfucker up for the first time and you're like, I can't believe this works, you know? Like,
Um,
I'm always surprised. You know, you think about it all the time, right? Like, not even in the garage. You're like at work, you're daydreaming, you're thinking about solving problems, you're thinking about how to overcome this thing. It's all encompassing. And then when you finally fucking turn that key or kick it over and it actually fires, you're like, I can't believe that I did that, you know?
Mhm.
yeah.
And it's such a great feeling. It's like nothing you've ever fucking experienced in your life. And there's people out there that are like, they don't ride motorcycles, and people are like, you got to ride a motorcycle, just the feeling of freedom. And it's like, yes, that is a good point. That is true. But wait until you fucking build one by yourself and ride it.
Mhm.
And you put your hands on every single bolt on that motherfucker, and the feeling that you get from building a motor, especially when you have no business doing it, you know, like,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
fucking all gearheads and like super into shit, you know?
I just had an epiphany. Building shit like building choppers or building hot rods or whatever is as close as men can get to childbirth.
Ooh, I like
Yeah.
that.
That's our
Yeah. It's
fucking
about,
baby, dog.
that's
I've
the same
never
timeline
made that
too.
connection. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It takes about 9 months
Yeah,
gestation.
at least.
Carry it
For
around for
sure.
9 months.
Yep. Sometimes you got to try a couple times. Like, it happens. You know, it takes a while
Dude,
till
I like
something.
that. I
Yeah,
like that
dude.
analogy a lot. Yeah, dude. That's I think Loctite used to talk about that shit is like yeah, like that's why men create or whatever because you can't give life, you know?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I remember the first time riding that yellow bike, and it was like it was just down the street from my house. It wasn't a long ride, but it worked, and I couldn't fucking believe it. I
Mm.
was just, and that from that point on, I was like, I'll never not do this. Like for that 2-minute experience, it was undescribable.
Oh
It's so
yeah.
sick, dude. I got all fucking motivated just hearing about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go work on Boot Boy.
There's really and the thing is like we want everybody to experience that. You know, like
Yeah.
if you're a motorcycle dude or even if you're not, or like you should do it at least once in your life. Because when I did it, it was like it's life altering, you know? Um
Well, and that's the coolest part of Idle Hands is that whether or not you're selected, you still get to bring it to a show and be like, yeah, look, I entered this at the same time as all you guys, and it's fucking here and done, and
yeah.
like, yeah, there's no whether or not you advance to the rounds. Like the B side is, I'm super excited for who shows up on the B sides,
Yeah,
like of things.
Yeah. Dude,
for
I'm so
sure.
glad you brought that up because we got a lot like after so like last episode I was talking about the timeline, you know, and people are like, "Oh, what the fuck?" You know, like I don't have enough time or like it's not complete or whatever. So, Idle Hands Builders, this one's for you. Listen up, perk up your ears. The Idle Hands show is about building a chopper. That's the fucking prize, dude. And all 150 people that entered, you're in the show. You're going to have a platform. You get to roll it, you get to fucking ride that thing into the show and we're gonna try to make the biggest show fucking possible and just shine a big old spotlight on you. You know, so do it, complete it. It's not about the fucking purse. You know, like the competition is one thing. That's that we wanna also like dudes that do it the right way. You know, like this is a direct response to all the fucking influencers and all the fucking people that like build one sportster and then they start their shop and it's like real motherfuckers that do this for the love of it, they don't like that, you know? What we love is people that care about choppers in the community, right? Like do it yourself, learn new skills, get out like build a fucking a bike like build a fucking springer you've never done before. You know, like push the limits of what you're supposed to do. Like go ahead and upholster a seat, try paint. When you farm
That's
everything out to everybody, it's fucking lame. You're not a bike
that,
builder at that point. You're a bike assembler. And this show is about building bikes and doing it the long way, doing it the hard way. And your reward at the end of it, you get to fucking ride a bike that you built yourself. And that's the best reward. Yeah, 10 grand's pretty nice. But that's for the motherfucker that wins the whole purse. That's the creme de la creme, you know? So he can go and start his own. He can be the next CT Newman, maybe. You know, like
Mhm.
that's just part of it. But really, the heart of the show is to build a bike and ride it and show it off. Because you keep it in the fucking garage, nobody's going to see it. Ride it and be
yeah.
comfortable riding it, and you know that's the thing. I think I said this last week too. I think it's the greatest chopper competition of all time. Mark my words. I'm gonna put that on my fucking tombstone. And it's because we're doing it for all the right reasons. And the people that are involved in it, and the people that win this, and the people that show up there, you'll never have another experience like it. There won't ever be another show like this unless someone
Yeah.
totally fucking rips us off.
And the first year is always the best of
First
any
year
event.
is always the best.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're
and we
going
were
hard
super
as
stoked.
fuck.
Like, dude, so when we were talking, you know, we obviously when we were talking about judges for the Idle Hand show, it's a no brainer. Truth and the Easy Co. But we had a real
Mhm.
hard time trying to pick the third one. And then when we were talking to John, it was just like, yeah, of course, John
Mhm.
is
Dude, I
perfect.
in my head, I was picturing like 10, 15, 20. Like I was just offering my services if it was like, I didn't think once I heard of like who it was, I was like, oh Jesus Christ, I have no business in here.
Oh,
I thought
stop it.
no, I thought it was like I don't know. I don't know what I thought, but I thought there was gonna be more, and I didn't think it was gonna be like actual people.
We
We
gotta
have AI
legitimize it somehow,
judges.
man. We're legitimizing this competition by using you guys' names.
Yeah.
So
I think it's great. So obviously, like, Chop Ahead and Easy Co, they're big shops, but we
Yeah.
really wanted to get someone that had been involved in grassroots competition, like Greasy Dozen, but also in Bill Will's People's Champ, which is like two sides of the spectrum. Like you have
Yeah.
first time bike builders in Greasy Dozen, and then you have like the premier bike building competition. To have that type of insight into that type
experience.
of thing,
Yeah.
because like it's just straight up, dude. Like when you were building Bubba's bike, I was like, that's obviously the People's Champ bike.
Yeah,
Or
dude.
when Chris, Oxford Co is building his bike, I was like, that's obviously the People's Champ bike. But when you leave it up to, if it's a straight democracy and you send it out on the internet, who knows who the fuck is voting for this shit?
And how many
And
times
that's
and
why
yeah.
we don't want to do any People's Champ. We just want people that are like, you know, chopper guys that know what the fuck it's about. You know what I mean? And they choose it, and you're just gonna have to
Gotcha.
trust them. But and there's no hurt feelings. Go ahead and knock on Truth's door on fucking at Chop Ahead and be like, you didn't vote the right way. He'll separate your head from your spine, bro. You know?
Yeah, dude.
And he has the credential to back it up. But that's why we decided to go with the judges the whole way. I do want to do a people's champ for A side and B side. And depending on how much money we can raise. Here's the other thing too is you want the money? Are you in it for the money? Don't be in it for the money. But if you do want to get some money, if we can raise enough money, dude, me and Dan aren't taking anything. We're not lining our fucking pockets, dude. I'll give it all away. If we raise 20,000, 30,000, I'll give it all away. I would love to give everybody that's in the competition at least $5.
Yeah. That'd be
But
funny.
yeah, dude. I'm super stoked and I'm Dan and I are also we're building bikes right alongside everybody. I feel like I'm in the competition even though I'm not because I'm
I'm
just
kind of
kind of
pretending.
piecing together a
Yeah.
bike right now that I'm gonna have done and debut at that show.
I'm cheating. I started with like a 70% done panhead, but still, I every time I go out there and look at it, I'm like, I'm gonna pretend like I'm part of it just to keep the stoke high and keep the deadline up. You know what I mean?
Well,
Dude,
there's
I've been scheming to like as a way to get involved in some way, and just this past weekend, I think I found something
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a trade because I'm so fucking poor.
Mm.
I refuse to like spend money on anything, so I'm trading. I might end up trading my lathe, which is devastating, but it's going to a buddy, and I can just go to his house and use it, and then I could. But I'm trading it for a Sportster, so it's.
There you
I
go.
mean, I think I'm making out. He's got like 6 bikes, and he works at the dealership, so he gets his hands on like stuff for crazy cheap, and he wants a lathe bad, so I think I'm gonna do it and then bring this. It's a 883 with a 1200 kit, but it's pretty stock. But I was like, this would be perfect to get my hands on and perfect amount of time to bring it up there then.
what
Hell yeah,
year is
dude.
it?
Oh one,
Oh, one. Ooh,
Perfect.
yeah. It's like right in the
that's a
sweet
good
spot of
fucking motor,
years.
man.
And it's got the big bore kit and it's got fat spoke wheels. So that's the only thing that's like not stock is the wheels and the motor work. But it fires right up, and I think it'd be dumb not to, because I could sell it as is and buy another lathe.
Mm.
It's just
Yeah.
I don't know. And I build all those other bikes without lathes, so I feel like it's not the end of the world.
True.
Yeah. And if you have access to a lathe, that's the same as having a lathe. I mean, you just got to schedule out a
Yeah,
little bit.
exactly.
What lathe do you got?
It's an Atlas. It's like the fucking perfect. It's that thing.
Mm.
It's
Oh yeah.
the perfect little shop lathe. I got it for $400,
Damn.
and like it does. It's never let me down. It is my baby, but I I think I just got to let it go to keep me moving on something because I have frames but no motors. Like I feel like getting a complete bike will give me a lot more motivation.
Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is chopper shit.
Yep. Yeah,
If you
dude.
need to
Wheeling and
know,
dealing.
that's
Well, and
chopper shit.
the best part is he's paying for the registration transfer because he works at Harley, and he's giving me $250 on top. So
No shit.
he just kept on sweetening the deal. I was like, God damn it. Fine.
Yeah.
There
I
will be
mean,
other lathes.
the thing is like you can part with stuff and then get stuff back too. You know what I mean? Like right
Yeah.
now, you can part with a lathe and maybe get a lathe later on, or
Yeah.
maybe you don't need one. You know what's awesome? It doesn't take up the footprint in your garage, and you still get to use it.
Yeah. And I have a mill right next to it, which
Oh no shit.
like I heard before, like a lathe and a mill. If you have a lathe and a mill, you can build a lathe and a mill. Like
Yeah.
they're the only two tools that you can build themselves out of themselves. Like
I saw a
it's
dude do that. Yeah, he got
yeah,
like a little mini lathe, and then he built a bigger lathe with it, and then a bigger lathe. He made like 10 lathes.
yeah, yeah.
That's sick.
It's kind of crazy to think about lathes. Like I watched some origin story on YouTube about the first lathe ever made, and it's crazy what they have built.
How
Like
long ago did they make a lathe?
like this one was made out of like wood and strings
Oh
back in
fuck!
like 1700s or some shit. Yeah.
Jeez.
They had like an
But being
ox,
able
like
to
walking around it, pulling the fucking pulleys and shit.
yeah, but being able to spin stuff fast changed they were arguing that it's like that started the industrial revolution of building things faster than carving them.
Mm.
Yeah,
And it's set all kinds of shit in motion. But
yeah,
yeah, I can make a lot of like I can still make spacers and shit on a mill. And that's really all I ever did with the lathe.
yeah. Spacers. I When I think of what I'm gonna make with a lathe, I'm always thinking wheel spacers. It's just
Yeah,
like
Spacers and
wheels
shaving lowers.
shaving
yeah.
lower, and that's what Mike, the guy who wants it, he's like, "Can it fit lowers on it?" I'm like, "Yeah, it can fit lowers," but I'm telling you, like, I shaved one set of lowers, and I was like, "All right, like, I don't need it for that as much as I thought I would."
Mm.
Oh no shit.
Pretty
Yeah,
much, like yeah, I made parts for itself on there, which I was like more excited about that than shaving lowers. I don't know,
That's sick.
yeah.
but it's happening. It's gonna get me another fucking project in here. That's
That's
what needs to
awesome.
happen.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good year range. The 01 to 03's sports cars. I don't think there's
Yeah.
any better motor than that, in my opinion. You know.
Yep. Yeah, and it's the aluminum one, it's not chrome, so, like, I can just
Oh,
polish
beautiful.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm excited for it.
Are you gonna run those
Dude,
fat
we
spokes?
Fuck no. That's, like, the first thing that's going on Marketplace.
I was gonna say I've been trolling marketplace and fucking because I need a set of wheels for my shovel, and a lot of dudes are offloading those fat spokes, and I'm like, they're still spokes. I'm trying to convince myself to get them because they're so cheap, but I'm
Ugh.
like, nah, I'm not gonna.
That's what I was trying to figure out is, like, do I just try to trade for a set of stocks spokes,
Mm,
or are they worth more and I should sell them and then just buy a set?
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what they're going for, but and then I was like, can I re-spoke them? Like, the hoops are black, and that's kinda cool, but I don't know if, like, the nipples are bigger than
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
standard.
Maybe they make a nipple adapter or something.
I
I
don't
That
own a
know.
sounds like
couple
a
of
lot
nipple
more work than
adapters,
it's
not for
worth.
wheels, but
Yeah, right? They're going on Marketplace.
Yeah, dude. Fucking fat spokes. Not on a
Yeah.
chopper.
Now,
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking at a lot of wheels, and I'm like, oh, that could work. That's kind of cool. But I'm like, you have to have spokes, I think, or
yeah,
I mean, like depending. Some mags look decent, like depending on how you're building it, but like you can't beat a nice spoke.
yep,
Yeah.
I agree. That's that Ironhead, the yellow bike that had come with it, like matching invaders, and they're super sweet. But I just like spokes. That whole bike, I didn't really realize it until I was like halfway through it, but I stuck to it then. Was the whole bike could have been built back in the 70s. Like it was a 77, and like there was no electronics on it at all, like points, ignition, every single part of it could have been fabricated or made, like put on it back in the day. Like it was indistinguishable as far as like birth year. I don't know.
That's
I thought it was cool just to keep it completely mechanical, and
Yep.
like it could have been made 40 years ago or this year.
so
Yeah, you
cool.
did. You did a ton of mild steel work on that too, if I'm remembering correctly, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How
That's
did that hold up over the years?
it was fine,
Really?
honestly. Yeah. Like I'm trying to think if I just like rattle can clear coated a lot of it,
After polishing
and yeah.
and it's stuck?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like it was crazy how well it worked. Like I didn't read anything on it. I just did it, and it worked out. Like there was little speckles of rust if you got up there close, but I kind of liked it.
No
Yeah,
shit.
But yeah.
I'm starting to think that might be some like conspiracy the paint industry started so that you have to
Dude,
fucking send your shit to
that's the
chrome.
only thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, well, if you fucking polish it, it won't stick." But
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
obviously does, right?
it's just like everything. I polished a lot of stuff that was mild steel. Like on my Instagram, there's a shovel head I just posted, like, I don't know, a couple months ago or something. But there's a gas tank on that I polished back then before I even had like a polishing wheel or anything. I used a Harbor Freight corded drill with like the polishing bits you put in it, and I just hit it real quick. Like I ran through the sandpapers and then hit it with the drill, and that was like 6 years ago or something. And I haven't done anything to it since, other than like I think steel wooled it before I put it on the bike, and it looks like chrome, like a chrome tank from a distance. If you get up on it, there might be some speckles of rust, but
Dude,
Hmm.
that's a huge cost
it's
saving and a huge like maintenance thing too, like
Yeah.
or actually just making stuff out of stainless steel is it's way harder, obviously. And if you're a MIG guy or whatever, with the mild steel and just polish it and hit it with some fucking Krylon or whatever. That's
That's what I'm
yeah,
fucking
thinking.
I have a TIG welder, but I've never got like the gas and everything set up for it. I've only MIG welded all this
you've
shit.
only MIG welded.
Only all these
Boom.
bikes are MIG welded.
No
Fuck
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. You just pile on the weld and then grind away what you don't want and smooth it all. It looks fine if you ask me.
That's fucking beautiful,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
know Grease
milestone
might
MIG
have
welded.
say something else, but
Damn, dude.
I
I
love
did.
that. I have also
Yeah.
only MIG welded my shit.
yeah, I have no problem like admitting that. That's the whole point of like choppers, is like you don't have access to top dollar shit. Just make it happen. That's the same thing with polishing mild steel. Like I don't have money for chrome or like stainless. Just looks nicer when you TIG weld it, but I don't
I'm
know.
gonna say right now, if you have money for chrome, you're disqualified. You have to turn in your fucking chopper card, dude. Who has money for chrome?
That's
What
that
the
different
fuck, dude?
echelon.
I
Yeah,
I
that's that.
inquired about a sissy bar at one point, and the number was so insane. I don't even remember it. My brain like purge that from my system.
I heard recently the one around here was $600 to do a sissy bar.
That's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, for a sissy bar that costs what, like $14 in steel?
Right. That you could buy almost the same thing that is already chromed from, Lowbrow or TC or whatever for $140.
Insane, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And you got to ship it and you got to fucking prep it and blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
the chrome's probably going to flake in a year. And yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look
set
into
up
that
like a
chrome
fucking
paint.
backwoods like bootleg bathtub chroming service.
I want to do that. Have you guys seen the
Just dumping
cosmic
chemicals
chrome
in the
shit?
woods.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
just
dude.
dump it on my own land, just like I'll dig a hole.
Yeah,
I bet I could operate for dude. If people don't fucking snitch, dude, I could make a pretty penny on some fucking bootleg chrome. It's a bathtub
sure.
chrome, dude.
If it fits in a bathtub, that's the only stipulation.
I got one of those old like clawfoot iron bathtubs, like out in the woods. I bought it on like marketplace, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing, so I just put it out in the woods. I'll plug that shit up, put some chroming chemicals in there.
Good
I'll
idea.
wear like a Harbor Freight fucking like mask or whatever. I'll chrome some
That
shit.
should protect you. Fuck yeah.
What's
Chrome paint? What?
chrome paint's come a long way
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, have you guys seen that new shit, Cosmic Chrome and stuff like that out there?
Yeah.
It's like, it looks like they're just washing it on with a hose, and then all of a sudden the shit changes in front of your eyes. Like, holy shit.
Didn't Chris do his who was it that did the chrome frame?
Chris, yeah, when I painted the
Okay.
tins for that blue bike, he had Jesse powder coat it chrome, and it
powder
looked
chef.
fucking tits.
It looked
That's what I was
really
gonna say.
fucking
Powder
good.
coated chrome, I heard, is getting really actually nice.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, dude, like if you didn't know, like just looking at it on a showroom, it fucking looks like chrome.
Yeah, it definitely has more of like a stainless, almost like a yellowish kind of tint to it, but yeah, I mean, considering it's fucking powderized shit that you just melted and it looks like metal, it looks pretty sick. I think if
How much
you
would it
were
cost a chroma fucking frame, dude?
did a whole ass frame, it's thousands. And then to
Yeah,
get it
and
powder
the
coated
prep.
is like a few $100. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, that's a no brainer for sure.
Yeah. What's Bubba up to?
Oh, Bub Rub. He just had a kid.
Oh,
last,
fucking hey, dude.
Yeah, last January, I want to say. And we had a baby in September. So that part's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
My kid's gonna kick his kid's ass. We know that. But
Wait, last
it's
September?
been-
Last September,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
coming up
yesterday
on-
was his first birthday.
Hell
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Happy birthday.
Yep, little van man. But yeah, he's riding the shit out of that shovel head. Everywhere I go, he's riding it, which is awesome. We took it to a local like car bike show a couple weeks ago, and it actually won best bike, which I didn't have high hopes for just because it was all like fat tire choppers and baggers with paint jobs. But whoever was judging it actually knew what they were looking at.
Sick.
Dude,
So.
you know what though? Everybody knows what they're looking at, because if you go to any of those like fucking old dude, like you go to Laconia, you go to like an old dude, they still have way more respect for the actual chopper. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like they all regret that they bought. They tell their buddies, they're like, no, this was a good investment when they bought a $75,000 fat tire, whatever, that looks like absolute garbage, but they still have respect for the actual good choppers. But they won't admit it until they do the anonymous voting, and then they're like, that thing's sick, dude. It has fucking eagles on the rockers, type of shit,
Yeah.
That's
dude.
what everyone's just pointing at it and like laughing to each other. Like, I don't probably at the seat, imagining them sliding their old ladies on there or something. But yeah, it's definitely, it was the weirdest looking one there for sure.
Yeah, dude.
I have to give you a little credit. I don't know if you've seen it, but I sort of modified your idea when you did that sissy bar with the bike that I just built. My sissy bar on my Evo is right behind me, so I'm riding and I'm
Yeah, dude.
I'm
I
right up
love
against
that.
it the whole time. It's fucking amazing. But you gave me the brainchild for that idea.
Well, and I didn't even come up with that. That was a People's Champ contestant from 5 years ago, Dream Company.
Oh, no
He
shit.
he went on to be a builder and stuff, but yeah, he built a swing arm shovel head that had, it just had, like, a tall backrest. It was just like a little pad up top for the rider, and then
Oh, I remember
but
that. I remember
yeah,
that.
it
Yes.
wasn't quite as exaggerated, but yeah, ever since I saw that, I was like, "That's fucking sweet." And
Mhm.
then when Bubba's came around, he loved it, and we just were like, "Let's make it just fit in the garage."
Dude, I love. So here's the other thing I'm gonna just mention. Like, so me and Dan aren't judges, but I love purpose built shit to actually
Mm.
ride a chopper. You know, like when you have a chopper and you're like, yeah, this is so it rides better. You know, like I love seeing that type of shit because like I love to hear that like your super long front end, you did the mathematics on it, you did the geometry, and it actually fucking works. You know, like that's really important because if you and I've been there, you know, like here's the thing is you
Okay.
mature, you grow. You do some stupid shit and you're like, this fucking sucks actually to ride, you know? Like I had six bends that like I couldn't steer because it's hitting my tits, you know, like and then you get rid of that shit. And then on your next build, you're like, well, I'm not gonna do that. Even though they look cool, they're not cool to ride with. So like when I look at a bike, I'm like, that looks comfortable. That looks like you can shred. That looks like you can fucking just lay back and chill, you know, like function shit goes a long way. Not performance shit. I don't give a fuck if it can go 0 to 80 in 3 seconds. But shit that if you're chilling on a chopper and if you ride choppers, you know, you're just chilling, bro. You're enjoying the goddamn day. And you want shit that makes it enjoyable, you know?
Yeah.
I want both.
That's what Bubba's bike, I give him credit for riding it as much as he does, because when I built that, it was 90% of that was built for, like, People's Champ. So I was taking some, I don't know, some big swings, like, just stupid stuff that, like, don't reinvent the wheel kinda thing, but I was like, "Fuck it, I'm doing it." And now looking back, I'm like, "Okay, maybe I shouldn't have made every single piece. Maybe stock foot controls modified are okay." Like,
Mhm.
there's a lot of, like, I never gave him foot pegs. If you look at that bike, I told him
Oh
the whole
shit.
time we were building it, I was like, "I'm not giving you foot pegs. I think it's cooler without them." And he's like, "What the fuck, dude?" I'm like,
Where do you put your
"You."
feet?
Yeah, I was like, "You gotta earn it, dude." So I was like, "You got the cone on this side, you can use
Mhm.
that, and then you got a rocker clutch, so when you're in the resting position, you can rest it there." And that's how he's still riding.
Oh no
That's
shit, dude.
sick.
Yeah,
That's baller.
it's funny.
That's
But,
fucking
like, it's
sweet.
one of those, like, it was just a styling thing. I was like, "I don't know, foot pegs are just gonna clutter it up." They don't, but that's that's just what I did. But, yeah, there's lots of little things where I was like, I wouldn't have done that if it were my bike," but he didn't have a say.
Mm.
Dude, I wanna we gotta have Bubba back on because that was we did, like I think it was, like, maybe our 5 or 6-year recap, and we're talking about, like, our favorite episodes. One of my favorite is with you and Bubba. That one was super fun.
Yeah.
We're always scheming on, like, we I wanna do something with Bubba as far as, because we bicker, like, everyone around us knows it, like, we just pick at each other and know how to set each other off, and that's good. Like, the foot pegs thing, I was like, "Fuck you. I'm building you a bike. You don't get foot pegs." Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
we got a interesting dynamic for sure.
That's
Yeah, I was
awesome.
gonna say, another, Built People's Champ, the California, he did those, like, integrated foot pegs into the aluminum, into
Mhm.
Yeah,
the
The
casing. That's
floorboards,
a, like
yeah.
yeah.
I love that shit, dude. That's such a great idea. Like,
Fuck yeah.
take some I mean, I probably wouldn't be able to I definitely wouldn't be able to do it because my TIG welder doesn't do aluminum, Like, I love that shit. Like, you really think about stuff like purpose-built things like that is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I that's incredible not having foot pegs though, at
Mm.
all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bubba just
Yeah,
has his
that's sick.
feet sticking straight out like he's riding a bicycle.
Yeah, we all say he
Flintstone
looks
in
like a
it.
monkey fucking a football because he's all, like, curled up on it and he can't lean back
Oh,
but
that's funny.
yeah. It's badass though. When I ride next to him, it's, like, dangerous because 'cause I'm just staring at it.
Mm.
It looks wild going down the road.
I do the same thing,
If
dude.
we
When
can
I'm
get him to
riding with
bring that
people, I'm always
thing,
looking at their bikes, seeing what's falling off. I'm like, that
yeah,
doesn't sound right. You know, you're not as familiar with their bike as yours. You know, like you
Yeah,
know exactly
exactly.
what
Like,
they're
I
losing
haven't
to.
ridden it since I sent it over to his house, so, like,
Yeah,
I don't it blows my mind that it's still riding.
that's awesome.
no shit.
We should see if he can get it out here to Idle Hands next year. That'd be cool to have
Oh, it's
that.
coming. I'm
Yeah.
Oh
bringing
fuck
it if
yeah,
he's
dude.
not.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
I
Sick.
definitely want to party
There's
with
an
you guys
invited
when I'm
builder spot.
here. Idle hands, that'd be awesome, dude. I've never met
Yeah.
Bubba in person, so
Oh, he was there that night, but at Cheap Thrills, but I don't know where he was.
oh no shit.
Yeah, him and our buddy, we met a buddy there that's local to us, and he's big time into bikes. He's a born free builder, and we actually like we knew of him, but we met him that night, and Bubba was like just making out with him the whole time. So that's probably
Put
where he
you on
was.
blast, Bubba.
Yeah.
Legit. I actually, uh, full disclaimer, I might have actually met him, but I was like, I was shit faced for like 3 days straight.
Yeah,
That was a big fucking
that's
party there.
yep. Yeah, I was sober long enough to ride the bike on that ride,
Yes,
and then after it got parked in
that
the
was
pool,
fun.
I was yeah.
See,
Mm.
fish tank is great for this sort of shit because I was like, no, I was like hungover from the night before. I'm like, I'm just gonna like chill by the pool or whatever and like barf. And he was like, no, we're going on this ride, and it's happening right because it wasn't super organized. Like nobody knew what the
Mm.
fuck was happening, and there was like this spot where all the vendors were and the mini bikes and shit. And we just happened, you know, he was like, well, let's go down there, and like he like drugged me to this thing, and that ride was super fucking fun. I
Mm.
always do that where I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. But then I do it and it was the shit.
Yeah, I was shitting bricks, dude, that my bike was gonna fuck up and I wasn't gonna be able to park it inside the pool because it didn't make the ride, and then the ride ended up being so much fucking fun.
Yeah. And then when we came back, everybody just rolled right up to the pool and shit and fucking, dude, such a good time. I wanted to,
That's so sick.
I'm not from Jersey, but if you're from fucking Jersey, dude, do a bike show at that hotel, wherever the fuck it was.
Seaside Heights.
Yeah, Seaside Heights, dude. That was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, the Jersey Shore, dude. We went and rode around there, and it was like fucking really nice. I was like, this is kind of a
Yeah.
nice beach. You think of the
Yeah,
Jersey
it's
Shore
not
like a
fun.
bunch of shitty scumbags and stuff, and we went to the fucking with the Snooki house or whatever where they did that
Mm.
fucking
Yeah,
show.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good times. So what else? What else do you got going on now? I mean, like, so you're all settled into the house and you're buying the Sportster. So like this winter,
Yeah.
I mean, you're in New England. You're not New England, but Northeast.
Yeah.
How do you? How
Yep.
do you? How do you like get through the winters? Is it in the garage building bikes, or do you have a bunch of
Yeah,
fucking house
pretty
projects
much.
to do?
Well, with the exception of the past 3, like, ever since the house, we got moved in, and then, like, we moved in November, got through that, and then that summer was spent mostly, like, in the garage, getting the garage up to spec, and then I wanna say well, then the following year, I built the deck on that was last summer on the that took up my entire summer because I did it myself. So it was like 1,000 square feet of deck,
Holy shit!
which
Mm.
yeah, it was it was nuts. Like I actually got building permits because we got busted when we were building the house, not having permits. So I had to get
How?
permits, and you pay by the square foot.
How'd they
Fucking
bust
like
you though? Like, did they just roll up and
someone
like?
Now, someone ratted us out. I don't know who, but
Oh,
someone narked on us, and then the inspector came up and was like, shut us down. It was sketchy because he could have like really fucked us. He was actually pretty cool and realized
it could have
like
been
we
like,
know
yeah,
what.
take it all down type of shit, right?
Yeah, yep. But he realized that we knew what we were doing. He's like, you just got to buy the permits. So we did that. But then for this deck, I was like, I have to, like, they know I'm back here. So, but you pay by the square foot, and it was $700 for
Mm.
just to be allowed to build something.
Fucking hate that.
Yeah,
Bro,
it was brutal.
building inspector comes by my house when it's under heavy construction, there's gonna be a new hole, dude. Fuck that, dude. I'll be
Yeah,
like,
I like
I already got the shovels out. You know what I mean?
Mm.
when he showed up, I was like, should I tell him to fucking leave? And the one guy's like, don't do that. Please don't do that. Like, he'll really fucking shut us down then.
Can't fight
But
City Hall.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, the deck took up my entire fucking summer, and I just finished it before winter. And then so it's like every time I just take on a project and then it consumes me, and then I'm like, okay, I need a breather. But this has been like the first stretch of not having like anything major happen. Like I I think I'm gonna install a pellet stove this year upstairs, but
Yeah, dude.
outside of that, it's gonna be some shop stuff. But I also have a 1-year-old, so
Mhm.
that's kind of setting me back.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
that takes a lot of time for sure.
Yeah.
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 How many kids you have total now?
2. I got a
Two.
10-year-old and a 1-year-old. So
Oh, big gap.
like, yeah, when she was my 10-year-old was born, uh, it took me like 2 or 3 years. She was probably 3 or 4 by the time I like really started getting into motorcycles and garage stuff. So by then I kind of had it figured out. That's why I did the early mornings. Like I would get up
Oh,
at
right.
3 or
Yeah.
4 and get all my work in before work while everyone's sleeping. And then that worked out well, but now it's like there's no good time to not be available. So
Mhm.
that's been, I don't want to say an excuse, but I use it as an excuse.
Dude,
But
That's a
yeah,
lot, man.
1-year-old, your fucking sleep schedule's fucked for at least
yeah,
a year, if not
yeah,
2, you know,
yeah,
depending. It's a big fucking it's a heavy lift for sure.
Yeah.
yep,
My daughter just turned 9, dude, and, it's easy street, you know? What the
yeah. That's
now when I talk to, like, my parents or, like, you know, like, I'm like, "Oh, you don't remember? You don't remember having a fucking baby?" You know? Like,
Mm.
babies suck, dude. You need they can't even lift their head up by themselves. Like, they will literally die, like, if you're not, like, helping them. So, your fucking year is fucked. You have a baby. Oh, by the way, shout out Dewey Things. Longtime listener just had a kid.
Congrats,
oh,
Dewey.
nice.
Yeah,
Congrats, Dewey.
Florida boy. Another
Good
Yep.
shit.
Floridian, just what this country needs.
Yeah.
No, big congratulations. That's a big milestone, you know, in your
Hell yeah.
life
See, and
once you
like
have a kid.
that name, Dewey things, like that just brings me back to 6 years ago, Low Life podcast. Like I know that name.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. That's yeah, dude. Having a kid, newborns are tough, dude. So I totally get it. I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, like you forget, like my boys are fucking what are they, 6 years old, going on 7. It's easy. Once
So
kids
those
get
are
to a certain
twins.
point where they're not gonna die, it's easy. I love it.
Mm.
And they can actually
Yeah.
help out with shit. Like go walk the dogs, do the fucking dishes, you know.
Yeah. I just had my son out here today out in the driveway, and he just learned how to walk, and he like fell on his ass. And I was like, oh, you're fine. And then he just fell over and smacked his head off the ground. I'm like,
Mm.
God damn it. Like
Yeah.
this was supposed to be a nice thing.
Dude,
Yeah.
every time my kids fucking hit their head, I listen to a lot of true crime. And one of the markers of becoming a serial killer is like head trauma, like severe head trauma. And
Oh no.
I'm like, don't do
Oh
that.
shit.
Stop
That's
smacking your fucking head. Dude, and I got twin boys, so they're always running into each other and colliding their fucking heads and shit. And I'm like, oh great. twin serial killers. Awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't imagine twins, man. I have one buddy with twins, and that's looks like a lot.
Yeah, I couldn't do
Yeah.
it.
Twin
I
babies
mean, I
suck.
would if I had to, but
Yeah.
that
It's a
would
lot of
suck.
fun once they get old enough. Now they're old enough, they're like 7, and it's super fun. But actually, they helped me out in the garage and shit. I just started up the Sportster I built yesterday for the first time.
Fuck yeah.
And I was like, hey, just watch in case this fucking engine blows up and I take like a rocker to the head or something. You need to call 911. And I started it up, and then I remembered I didn't even do the timing on it.
Nice.
Fucking thing still started though. I was like, oh my god, that sounds like shit. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't time it.
Hmm.
But yeah, finally I did the timing today and I started it up. It sounds fucking good. So that thing's ready
Fuck
to roll,
yeah.
dude. I'll be I didn't have time today, but I'll be taking it out tomorrow.
Awesome.
Shredding it
Fuck
up.
yeah.
And then I can
Good
get
shit.
the fuck off the lift so I can work on my shovel head.
Mm.
But I miss my Evo. I miss my '03 Evo so much. I was on Marketplace trying to see if I could like buy it back. But then I was like, oh, I don't have any money.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Yeah.
what I.
the
Yeah,
kind of need that.
that's.
Mhm.
I always say I'll buy the yellow bike back one day, but I probably won't.
I hope
Probably
When
you
you
can't.
do.
sell something on Facebook Marketplace, it immediately doubles in price. I sold this thing to this
Yeah,
guy, and then I
yeah.
saw he put it on after he rode it around for a little bit, and then he put like I don't know, he put some leather on it, some tassels or something, and then it was 10
Tank
grand
bibs and shit.
magically. And I was like,
Dude, I
go
sold
to
a
that.
moped. I got a moped at the Oli swap meet last year for $100. I got it home, made it run, and then put it on Marketplace for $250. I was like, yeah, I'll double my money, a little more. Sell it to a guy that day. Then he relists it for $500 with my picture.
Jesus.
He just took it
Look at the
home.
picture.
He just
What a
used my
lazy
picture.
bastard.
Yep.
That's fucking
That's
awesome.
Marketplace though.
Dude. Same at the swaps though. Like we got a swap coming up here I'm gonna be at. And whenever I go here before the doors open, right? It's like I think it opens at like 8 or whatever. You show up at 6, motherfucking vultures, dude. They swarm your truck. I'm still pulling into my spot, dude. They're hopping in the back of the
Yeah.
truck and they're just pulling shit out. And then later on in the day, I'll be walking around. They have my shit on the table.
Yeah, they're trying to stock their stands. I heard of
Mhm.
guys doing that at Oli, showing up with an empty van on like Wednesday before it even opens, just filling their van, and then that's what they sell all weekend.
Oh no shit. Oli,
Mhm.
that's a big one down there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've heard of that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it's like a half hour from me. So every year I like take off work and just live there.
That's sick.
No
We
shit.
got to
How
do that
long
next
is the
year.
SWAT? Is it just one day?
So it's technically it's like Saturday and Sunday, or maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But dudes start showing up on like Monday, Tuesday, and then I always take off Wednesday, Thursday because those are the 2 days. Like it's not even technically open. Like they're not doing any events on the side, but everyone's there. So
Oh
Mhm.
shit.
yeah, that's where like you get the good stuff. Like, and
Wow.
if it
That's fucking
rains,
awesome.
like last year, I want to say it rained, like it was a washout for the weekend, and everyone left like Saturday morning. So like
Yeah.
if you were just waiting for the weekend, you were fucked because it
Mm.
was
Yeah.
non-existent.
Dude, if one fucking raindrop falls on a swap meet, it's like cockroaches
Dead.
when you turn the fucking lights on, dude.
Oh
Like
yeah, and
immediately all the
they
old
throw
guys are like,
tarps
fuck
over.
this shit.
Oh, it
I'm like,
kills
it's
me
just
because yeah, it
sprinkling.
rains all the fucking time. So it's like you're walking around looking at blue tarps, just wondering what's under them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Life changing parts.
Dude.
Just
That's the other thing. Like, what feels better than going to a swap meet and finding parts that you need? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
yeah,
Like, that's the other thing is like about like chopper shit, dude. Like, I wish there was a swap meet every fucking weekend, dude. But like when I show up at the swap and you get something that fucking works, dude, that's that's the best. That's the second best feeling in the world. When you're like,
yeah,
I needed this and I got it and I got it for a good price.
For sure.
yeah. Ask John Luke about Oli. He came down one year and we were joking because everything was $100. Like
Oh yeah.
I was talking it up the whole weekend. Like I was like, "This is gonna be great, dude. You're gonna get so many parts," and he didn't get shit, and he was so mad at me. He was like, "Dude, everyone here wants like top dollar for their shit." I'm like, "I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm sorry."
Ugh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that too. Like,
Here's the thing is, if you go to a swap meet that's big enough, there's like fucking 300 tables or whatever. One of those guys doesn't give a fuck. Like, I'm one of those guys. I'll sell
Yeah,
you whatever for whatever price because I just want the space back in my garage or whatever. And then there's the guys that do it as a career. You see them at
yeah,
all the swaps in the area. And yeah,
yeah.
dude, they're like, oh, these are like, Vans grips or whatever. And it's the same price that you could get them online,
Right.
and it's
yeah,
like,
Or the 1 year part guys. I always laugh at the 1 year part guys where it's like you're looking at a little fucking tin headlight bezel that is like 25 cents worth of tin and it's got a little bit of patina on it. And the guy's like, it's a 1 year part. I want 350 for it. It's like, fuck
yeah,
you and your fucking little
yeah.
piece of tin.
That's what like the natural progression of choppers is like you start evolving into more expensive interests,
Mm.
and that's where the like you go to the swap meets and you start having to ask for 1 year only shit, and you're like, God damn it.
Mm.
That that's what like I always say I have panhead taste on a ironhead budget.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
I
They
just
used
gotta
to be
stick
cheap
with
though,
the
but now
irons.
now they got like fucking eBay. So they're like, all right, I don't have to sell it to your crusty ass. I'll just put it on
Right.
Yeah.
eBay, and
Well,
my wife
yeah,
will
and you
do all
got
the
like
eBaying for me.
famous people into it now. Like, not that it's an issue. It's just like it's gonna like they know they can sell it to people with money, so
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
don't need to drop prices. But yeah, I always like I'm notorious for buying dumb shit that everyone laughs at, and then I'll tweak it, make it cool. Like I love trinkets. I love like I'll always buy those like Harley padlocks,
Mm-hmm.
like just because they're generally fairly cheap. I have like three of them, and yeah, like I haven't even used one on a bike yet, but I just think they're cool.
Yeah.
And that's what I always end up coming home with swap meet shit from. Like just dumb stuff that people don't assign a value to.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. So that's a good caveat to this. I wanted to ask on behalf of all the idle hands builders, as a judge, what are you looking for? What kind of shit are you looking to see the builders do like through the process? But I also would like to know from you builders, like what makes a nice bike to you? When you see a bike, when you roll up to a bike at a show and you look at it, what is the difference between like a wow bike and an okay bike? You know what I mean?
Dude,
Yes.
hold on. That's why we bring them. Okay. This is a good question. I just been drinking and talking shit this whole time. This guy's actually bringing the interview questions here.
I'm just
That's what
trying to
I've been
trying to
thinking
squeeze it.
about this in my head all week. Like, what am I looking for as a judge? Because I assumed it would come up. Honestly, like my main thing when with bikes in general is style. I love style. Like it can be a Sportster, it can be any kind of bike, but style to me is like king. Like you can't really teach style. Um, but like lines and flow, that kind of stuff grabs my attention before anything.
Yep.
So, and yeah, just like that's one of my go-tos is just like if it grabs my attention, it's probably like I don't know, I love yeah, style as corny as it sounds, like the Harley Davidson, like Harley rolls around to different shows and gives out a style award. I don't know if you guys ever seen it.
No.
Um, but it's a style and design award, I think. But every bike that's ever won it is like if you look into it, you can tell. Like, I don't know, something about flow and lines. Like I always look at like the stance of a bike and if lines are parallel or even if they're not parallel, like do they make sense together? Continuity kind of stuff. That
Right.
I don't know. That's one thing that's always like just what I think about a lot
Sure.
is style. But outside of that, I mean, I love like resourcefulness, like making what you got work, like polishing mild steel.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a total hack if you don't want to buy stainless or you only have a MIG welder or whatever. Um and yeah, like as lame as it sounds, like I hated it during People's Champ, like having to post, but that is the only way to tell anyone what you're doing
Right.
outside of like the finished product. So and one other thing was like a sketch. When we submitted to People's Champ, they asked for a sketch.
Mm.
And my sketch was horrible, but it's in one of my posts where you can see like Bubba's bike. I drew it up 9 months or a year and a half or something before it was done. And it's very similar. Like the only difference in the drawing is I think the exhaust setup and maybe the handlebars. Outside of that, everything was like ended up working out
Yeah,
pretty
sketch.
close.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, like
Because
even if you're
like
not a good
a lot of
drawer,
these
like
guys, they're not at that point where they have a bike where you can kind of see it, because we're doing 3 rounds, so this is like really early on. So
exactly. And a lot
I'm
of
glad
like
you
some
brought that
guys were
up.
starting with just pile of tubing.
Mm.
So that was the one thing I wanted to mention tonight was like if it's not as far as like if you can't convey the lines, fucking draw a picture and just say this is what I'm shooting for because
Yeah, or
that
do
can
an
go a long
interpretive
way.
dance. Just convey
Yeah,
the fucking idea, like
Yeah.
figure, like people that get it will get. That's the thing that you can't explain is like people that get it will get it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
if all three of us are talking, it's like you don't really have the words for it. You can't say explicitly what the fuck you want to say, but it's like that's why we don't have a lot of rules. We're just like, oh, it's chopper shit. Like a dude's building a fucking bike in his kitchen and he has like an ankle monitor on. That's chopper shit. You know what I mean?
Fuck
Like
yeah.
that's
yeah.
bonus points. You know
Yeah,
what I
I've
mean?
been watching him.
There's
Yep.
somebody on there. I forget his name, but somebody's welding in their living room, which I think is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the shit. That's the
Also,
shit we're talking about.
I've got an update here. One of the people, because as we all know, People's Champ just announced their
Oh yeah, I saw that.
recent class. One of the guys who got nominated for People's Champ is also in Idle Hands. So,
Hopefully
mhm.
he's building 2 different bikes.
Correct. Yeah, that's my sentiment as well.
He's
So,
really fucking good. So he probably is.
yeah. Yep.
Is that weak weld?
Flaked paint and design.
Like painting, yeah.
That's his Instagram.
Yeah. Yep. I can't for the life of me. I can't remember his name. Gordon.
Yeah.
Gordon something. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget about us little guys, Gordo. Don't just be like,
Yeah,
fuck
right.
idle hands. I'm going for Bill Willis People's Champ. We're not a consolation prize. All right. We are the future.
We're not in direct competition with Bill Wells People's Champ. I just want to put that out there. We're not.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not in the business of knocking nobody else's shit.
Yeah, People's Champ does rule. Like
Fuck yeah.
I'm bitter about it because I didn't make the top 6 of my year, but
When you should have.
it is a very cool thing that they do, and I would
It's fucking
never
amazing. Yeah.
discourage anyone from trying to do that.
For
Dude,
sure.
like a lot of dude, our homeboy Clay, like he won
Playboy, baby.
deservedly, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
Yep.
it's fucking awesome, dude. I think if anything, we just need more of this shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'd love to
It-
see 10, 20 fucking different bike build offs, Right now
Well,
it's
and
just,
that
it's just Bill Wills Champ and then Idle Hands. I don't know of any other
Yeah.
one.
and with People's Champ, like I was nervous to enter it because I was like, I'm not on that level. Like, and I know they specifically said like things they're looking for, like have you finished bikes in the past? So if you haven't, like that automatically takes you out of the running, even if you like they don't want to take a chance on somebody because they don't have a resume, but
Yeah.
Idle Hands doesn't have that stipulation. Like
Yeah. I
fucking
will say
give
that
it a
like
whirl.
It could
Hill
be
Most People
anybody.
Champ inspired this build, not to fly in the face of fucking what they do because they're their own thing, but like we're just the alternative, you know, like everybody that enters is in it. You get to show your bike at it, you know. I'm hoping to
Yeah.
match the prize. They do 10,000. I'd love to match it and do 10,000.
Well, and
It's
what a
just
lot
a
of people
different way
don't
of going
know,
about it.
like the Born Free builders, their like grand prize is only like $2,500. Like People's Champ is the winner gets significantly more than any Born Free builder.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's always been like that. Like just because I guess Built Well raising funds and stuff, but they've like, yeah, it's they're doing a cool thing. It's
For
just
sure.
if this grows like the way it's looking, like to be able to give someone 10, like people are always asking me like, what do you get if you enter? I'm like, maybe like 10 grand.
Hmm.
It's fucking
Dude, I
nuts.
wanna give a wad of cash. This is, by the way, we're dirty. All right. IRS, go fuck yourself. 10 grand cash to the winner. It's all under the table. What are you gonna do?
I
Come
never
at me,
even
bro.
asked Clay about that, like if he had to file that.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know what the fucking rules are, and I ain't looking them up. I'm gonna plead
Yeah, he
ignorance.
probably didn't do it.
It's the first year. Maybe in the second year, maybe we'll get
It'll be a
a
little more
fucking
legit.
accountant or something. But right now it's just me. And yeah, we're already at 20% of goal in 2 months. So if
Fuck
we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
keep
that's
if we
not.
keep it on this clip, and by the way, I'll just shout it out right now because we're talking about Jean-Luc. Jean-Luc, if
Oh
you
yeah,
if you enter any amount of dollars to the GoFundMe, chance to win the Holy Trinity, the best hot you've had. You must have had it. The shits, the LCP chopper sauce.
I have them all in my fridge right now.
Fuck
I
yeah.
I
They're
stay
the
stocked
best.
with that shit. Yeah.
They're the best. But it gets better. He's also an artiste. He does. We got this SNS velocity stack, dude. These things are flawless. By the way, I would
Hmm.
run this no problem. These things are
So
really
sick.
nice. There's no rough edges or anything. Jean-Luc is an artiste.
Mhm.
So if you enter, all you have to do is give to the fucking GoFundMe. Give $1. Give $100. By the way, just want to shout out all the people that are giving like big money, guys. You make me want to weep. The tear
Mhm.
ducts on my eyes don't work anymore. All right. I've had way too much trauma in my life. But if I could weep, I would weep because it makes me so fucking proud of all the people that are giving to this fucking shit.
Fuck yeah.
And we're drawing this at the end of the month. So give to the GoFundMe and you're automatically entered. We just did our last drawing for the actually, I haven't shipped them yet. Sorry, Pizza Overlord. I will get this in the mail soon. The
Did
other
that
guy didn't
second guy
claim it
claim
yet.
his? Oh shit. Got to do a redraw.
Some people are a couple
Actually,
episodes behind.
that's for
Yeah.
Pizza Overlord. That's right. Let me know before you ship that because he hit me up the other day. He's looking for a little plastic cap for he wants to paint a gas tank. He's looking for one of the little plastic inserts that they send with new gas tanks, and I have one for him. So
Oh, okay.
let me know.
That'd
I'll
be
run that up to you.
cheaper than
later.
shipping it.
Yeah, I was gonna say he said he was gonna try and get down here potentially this weekend, so
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
you might be able to pass it off to him.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Enter the GoFundMe. This is grassroots as it gets, baby.
That's right.
People are funding it, and the people that are in it are the ones that are going to make it fucking, you know, it's out of our hands at this point. Me and Dan are hands off.
Right.
We're just going to make sure that it happens. But as far as the money goes, as far as like how many bikes are at the show and shit, it's all up to you guys. So you're going to make it happen or it's going to fucking suck and then we'll never do it. And I'm canceling this show.
I have a question about judging, and I mean, I'm sure you guys have it figured out, maybe not. How are all three judging groups do we have to agree on 50 or are we gonna like average 50?
Yeah, no, that's a good question.
Okay.
So the way that we're gonna do it is I'm gonna send you guys. I found this program that does like rank order.
Okay, cool.
So you just pick your top 50. Truth will pick his top 50. Easy Code picks their top 50, and then each you do it from you rank order it number one to through number 50, and then it just takes all three of them and it calculates.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it's basically like if you're number one, you get 50 points. You know, if you're number
Mhm.
50, you get 1 point, and then it just
Yeah.
tallies it up, and then whoever has the most, because then it takes out the there's no ties because it's an odd
Yeah.
number type of shit, you know.
Mhm.
Yep.
So everything's basically assigned a number and it's ranking order. So the top 50 just gets it,
That's
gets
awesome.
in. Yeah.
I was like concerned about that. Like how
Bro,
like
I did so much
we're
fucking
not gonna
research
agree
on
on
how to
all
do it
50. I know
like
that.
appropriately, you know, because I didn't want to get to a point where it was like, oh, we need it. I think there might be a possibility of a tiebreaker depending on how it goes, but it will be a very small number and then we can just figure it out from there.
Yeah.
But I think with three different judge categories and the way that it's rank ordered, the scoring will just play out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
But you have
I
to look at
have been
150 bikes and score.
I have been like spending a ridiculous amount of time looking through
Good.
any like the hashtag I'd say is important because I use that a lot and then what you guys post. But yeah, I it's wild to look through that many builds.
That's
Oh,
a good point
dude,
though, is
150
the
bikes is a lot of
hashtag.
fucking
You
bikes.
use the hashtag for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a shitload on there, but if you guys use that hashtag, as fucking gay as a hashtag is, it's like you click on it and we can see everything that's all
Yeah.
right there or whatever. So utilize that stuff too.
Yeah. Because I get down rabbit holes where I click on one and then I see another one and then another one and then I'm like 15 bikes away from the one I started on. So
I've
Yeah.
been like I haven't been posting a lot because we have like the way that we're doing it all on Instagram. So like it just fills the entire thing with right now we just have the bikes that are in it with their submission photo. And then when they do the update, it'll just be I'm assuming some people are going to drop out, you
yeah.
know, like some people didn't really understand what they were getting into or signing up for, but I'm hoping that we have 100 bikes post their update with like a carousel and shit. And the program that I'm using, it basically I can take that and it'll just be a drag and drop picture. So you can go to their Instagram, you can see their Instagram name and look through all their stories and everything that they've been posting. Or just look at because there's a lot of dudes that just they have like they have like one follower, it's their wife.
Yeah.
You know, because this competition it's not a popularity contest. It doesn't matter if you have
Yeah.
30K fucking followers or if you just have your wife following you. All we're going to look at is that one picture or that carousel of pictures or your reel or whatever you post for the update. And then they can go back and just see like the judges can just look at that shit and be like, yeah, these are my top 50. That's a lot of fucking bikes to vote on, by the way.
Mhm.
That's the other thing is I was like, I feel bad, dude, being like, look through all these pictures and then pick your top 50. 50
It's
is a
only the
Yeah.
lot.
first round.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot, but it's I don't know. That doesn't scare me whatsoever. I feel like I'm not contributing whatsoever. Like I kept thinking about like offering to build trophies or bring something, but I also don't want to commit myself to something I don't want to do.
Mhm. No,
But
we don't
I
blame you.
do want to I actually Jerry's in it and I want to reach out to him about I built a sissy bar for the first sissy bar show he did
Yep.
and I think it's the coolest fucking thing in the world, which it's also all mild stainless, so it's probably really fucking rusty right now, but or mild steel. Um, but it's a Springer sissy bar, and
I remember that one. Yeah. That was at
I
Cheap
Mhm.
built
Thrill. Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I built it to be functional, but it has its own little stand and everything. And I was like, if he still has that thing like in storage or whatever, that could be a trophy if he doesn't have any plans for it.
That thing would be sick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice like 3 foot tall trophy of some sort.
Oh, I
Fuck
forgot.
yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot you were in that one. At Cheap Thrills, some dudes crashed the party where all the
I
trophies
forgot
were and
about
fucked
that.
up a bunch
Yeah,
of them.
Mm.
yeah. Oh yeah, Loctite's got all fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. John
Yeah,
Steel City, he had a bottle of bourbon in his.
yeah,
Someone
Drank it.
drank it. What
yeah,
the fuck, dude?
Fucking
So
scumbags.
uncouth.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was super fun.
yeah,
I
we're
love
gonna
that.
we're gonna
Like,
do Dan's curating an art show at this one.
Yep.
We haven't really nailed down the
nice.
deets yet, but we want to make so the Idle Hand show is going to be a chopper carnival, and it's going to be so packed with shit to do that you're going to leave and you're going to be like, I can't wait till next year. I didn't get to ride all the rides. We're going to probably have a mechanical bull shaped like a penis, but we're also going to have an art show. Oh, I didn't tell you about that yet.
What? I'm
We're
down.
gonna have a bunch of fucking shit, but we definitely want to have an art component to it.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Dan's
working on that
curating.
right now. I've talked to a couple people. I mean, I'm going to do it regardless. So my idea is, usually with art shows, whether you reach out to a participator or they ask you to do it, is they're like, okay, we're all painting helmets or we're all painting skate decks, or, you know, like Jerry's thing where it's like, I give you a sissy bar and you do what you do with it. Right. So what I want to do is just do whatever the fuck you want, make whatever you want, paint or fabricate or whatever your discipline is, and make what you want. And, I kind of want to keep it a small class of artists so that I can be like, hey, what do you guys want to do with this stuff? Do you guys want to raffle it off for a charity at the end, or do you want to bring it home? You know, give them the option. Do you want your art donation that you make of your own discipline to end up being a trophy in the end? You know what I mean? And just make it like super beneficial for them. You know what I mean? And so that we have a bunch of different shit to look at, and it's not just, you know, there's nothing wrong with all helmets, but again, we're trying to tweak shit to the ways that we like to do it. So I think that could be fun. I'm probably looking at like, I don't know, probably 10, 12, 15 artists total, something like that. Have everything hanging up or, you know, on a table or whatever, and just have another stall for people to look at cool shit.
Yeah, I'll sign Bubba up for that.
Cool.
Ooh,
I
that's
don't
a
care.
good
I don't
one.
care what he says.
Hell yeah, dude.
Bubba, you're in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So
we definitely
I gotta
we got to
get
do
a,
this again with Bubba too, because that was just so much fun, and I can't wait till you guys come up here and we'll party
Yeah.
up in New fucking New
Yeah,
Hampshire.
I told Kate, my wife, this year. I was like, I'm going up there. I don't care if you come with. You're more than welcome. But I'm making like a 4 or 5 day trip
fuck yeah.
where, like, I'm hitting up all the homies because I feel like I have more friends in the choppers up there than I do here. That
Yep.
as far as like, a lot of them I've never even met, or if I did, it was for one day. So I definitely want to post up somewhere.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
We'll find you somewhere for sure.
Yeah, dude. Your wife's down too. She was at Cheap Thrills. She was down.
Yeah, she's down. She plays like she's down, but you know how it goes.
No comment.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, when you have
my
like a
daughter,
fucking
they talk so
1-year-old
much.
dude, dads are like not needed.
No.
You're not.
No.
You don't need a dad when you're one. You need a mom
No.
for sure. Dads come into play maybe in your teenage years when you need some discipline
Jesus.
or some shit.
Get you out of jail.
I'm totally useless to my children.
Yep. Yeah, my kid talks shit all the time about. She always says, "You love motorcycles more than me." I'm like, that's not fucking true. It's not true.
They know how to cut you, though.
Yeah.
They know how to cut you.
She
Fucking
says,
kids.
You tell us you're going to the store, and then you just go down and look at your motorcycles." That's what she says. That's not true either. I've never done that. Never once.
Yeah,
dude,
I
they
think
do
I've
that.
probably done
Like
that.
when we went to Dan, when we went to Deadbeat, I came back and they're like, they watch too much YouTube, I think is the problem. But
Mm.
they're like, "What would you ever leave us and go get a carton of milk and never come back?"
Oh my god.
I'm like, "Where the fuck do you hear this shit?"
Jesus.
Kids these days.
For real.
But yeah, dude,
That's
I'm
what used
super
to happen to Dad.
Oh, are you going to Glory Days this year?
No, that's in like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
20th.
No, no. I used to go every year, and now I haven't, dude. I haven't done many shows at all. Even like because everything's just out of range of being like close.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
like Pittsburgh, PA is huge. So like, how far are you from Pittsburgh?
I think it's like a 3 or 4 hour drive.
Oh fuck yeah, okay.
I mean, it's not bad. And I have a real good buddy from high school that lives out there that we always stay at his place and make a weekend of it. But not having a bike to bring, like, is the first thing where I'm like weighing my options. And then I was all but booked for Party at the Pen, and like the Bubba's bike was in it. We were going to bring that out. And then last minute, we were like, fuck, let's skip that and then go to Strange Days, because Strange Days was coming back this year. And then a bunch of people fell off from wanting to go to that. And me and Bubba ended up taking we were like, all right, instead of Strange Days, let's just do what we started out doing and just take a weekend and go ride. We already have the time off work. So let's just go ride and have fun with nowhere to be. So we did that. And then his fucking bike blew up
Oh fuck.
like on the first day. And it ended up being like a fucking 18-hour trip or something. It sucked.
Holy shit.
It was so sad. We left with like high spirits and stuff, and then I'm like, "Your bike sounds really fucking tappy." He's like, "Well, it shouldn't. Did all the oil change last night, transmission, everything." And then we get like 45 minutes away from our buddy's boat that we were going to meet him on, and his thing just shit the bed. So we left it there and rode two up the rest of the way.
No shit. On what? What kind of bike did you ride two up on?
Mine, it's a lowrider S,
Okay.
like a fuckboy Dyna style.
How long was he on the back for?
45 minutes, dude. Nuts to
Okay.
butts. Yeah. Yeah, we
You
were
guys are
we were
real
definitely
close
like
now.
maxed out weight wise, because we had all of our shit stuffed into my saddlebags, and it was not comfy. No sissy bar. He was like gripping me up like a chick, dude. It was wild.
Bro, I did but Dead Kev. I
Mhm.
broke down on the way back from like Deadbeat or some shit. And he had me on his Dyna. And I was like, dude, it's
For a
way
while.
scarier to be a passenger on a motorcycle than
Yeah,
to ride
dude.
a motorcycle, but like 100-fold, dude. You're just sitting there and you're like, I hope he knows what he's doing. And yeah, no fucking
Yeah.
backrest or anything. I'm like, I'm not grabbing his belly. I'm just like grabbing the fender.
It didn't look
Yeah,
comfortable. You were on there for a while too.
we cup over an hour at
Oh,
least.
for sure, yeah.
Yeah,
We were still in Maine, I think, when you hopped on his bike. We hadn't even
yeah.
quite made it out of Maine yet.
I did not like it. I don't know how these ladies do it or whoever's on the
No,
back. It's
that's
I
the
wouldn't.
thing. Yeah, you got to really like them.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very intimate. But you also sit up mad high too. You know what I mean? Like, so you're
Yeah.
like way above them and you can see everything, but you have absolutely no control over the motorcycle.
Mm.
Yeah, and we were meeting our buddy who he's older and retired, and he bought like a 52-foot yacht, like a baller fucking boat. And we went down there and partied our asses off. And then we had another friend coming from home with a trailer to pick up his bike at the gas station we left it at like 7 in the morning. So we wake up super fucking hungover, and then we got to do it all over again. ride the 45 minutes back to the gas station, and then just
fuck.
go home with our tail between our legs, dude. It was it like I put all my eggs in that basket for my one big trip for the year, and it just fell the fuck apart.
Yep. That's how she goes sometimes.
That's choppers though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Except he was on a geezer glide, like we call it the Peterbilt. It's like a mid-90s bagger with ton of lights and shit.
Sick.
His father-in-law gave it to him for a wedding gift.
That's a cool
Damn.
father-in-law.
Yeah. That's what I said, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. My father-in-law's about to give me a 98 Road Glide Police.
What?
It's kind of just sitting. It's
Evo, baby, that's the best.
yeah, dude. So it's got a little bit of like sentimental value. So I promise that I'm not gonna fuck with it. I'm just gonna freshen it up, clean up the paint or
Those
whatever.
police bikes are I always wanted a police bike. They are
I'm
so fucking sweet.
I'm fucking pumped. He just sent me a video the other day. Thing fucking starts right up and runs, sitting in his garage. I just gotta go get it.
Got the pucks on the saddlebags.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Yep, it's sick, and it's already been like otherwise. It's already been de-policed as far as like it's not black and white no more. It's been painted. It's got little trinkety shit and a radio and whatever. You know what I mean? So it's been like debadged and all that. The
Yeah.
fucking harness and all that craziness. So, yeah, I'm really excited for that. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna ride the fuck out of that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll pull it
Yeah.
out every once in a
That's
while.
the only reason Bubba brought it was because we were thinking we thought we were gonna hit rain, so he wanted a front fender. Like he has 3 bikes: the chopper, a really sweet deluxe that he like choppered out, and then the bagger, and he brought that because of the fender.
Yeah.
And it fucked us.
Well, hey, I hate to be that dude, but I got to get off here, boys. I got to get rolling. I got some shit I got to get done.
We're at an hour and 46 minutes. John, stick around. Shit. We're going to shut her down. We got our celebrity judge, John Moorehead. John Chopper Co. Thank you for coming on. And until next week, Lowlifes and Idle Hands Builders, get the fuck out in the garage, get in trouble, have fun, never stop chopping.
Deadbeat Customs. Steve over at Deadbeat Customs is about grassroots motorcycle riders who take it upon themselves to build and customize their bike. They offer parts for all Harley-Davidson models and also custom parts for choppers, bobbers, trackers, and cafe racers. When it comes to building a custom motorcycle, they carry the best brands available. Go visit their brick and mortar store in Tewksbury, Mass, or at deadbeatcustoms.com. Remember, enter Lowlife at checkout and save some loot. Stay Strong Co. Sean Luke has been sent down from the heavens to bless us lowlifes with the greatest motherfucking hot sauce in the world. Sweet heat baby Jesus in the white pants heralds a message from God himself. This hot sauce is for your food. Keep it off your butthole. The shits in the hotter than hellfire lowlife chopper sauce. Go to staystrongco.org today and grab yourself the holy trinity of hot sauces. Oxford Co. Choppers. Chris is the original bad boy from Oxford, Connecticut. From frame restoration and repair to handlebars and hardtails. Hard parts for hard men. His hardtails are expertly TIG welded and installed in-house. Made of USA-made steel, cast axle plates, he is your man for the hardest shit to hit the East Coast since Hurricane Bob. Find him on Instagram at oxfordco.choppers. Steel City Blacksmithing. Josh specializes in handcrafted steel work right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Anything from custom motorcycle parts to hammers and tomahawks. Don't get it twisted. If it can be twisted, he's twisting it. Check him out at steelcityblacksmithing.com today. Beck Built Fab. Dustin is the plug for excess chopper parts. That's why we call him the Metric Man. Drum disc brakes, mid controls, hand shifters, foot clutch, modded worm gears, intakes, and more. He can do any fabrication job, weld repair, upholstery, or even maintenance. Check him out at beckbuiltfab.com.